What's going on, traders? Julian here from jlewistrading.com. Just doing a quick market review on BNGO. This was the mover of the day. Found this one early this morning before the market opened, and there was a lot of news on BNGO. This thing at one point pre-market was up, I think, somewhere in the 400 percentile range. Started to fade, and then when the market opened, it was only up about 190 some odd percent. But the traders in our community were alerted to BNGO early on, said watch it, and into the actual market, I was saying that this is probably the best reversal area to get long this stock at about 138. 138 is where our traders started to pile in. I personally didn't trade this today. I did call it out. I was focusing on other positions, but BNGO, you can actually see popped. It was a really nice clean breakout, pulled back, retested and held that 138 level, and then this thing rallied up to see a high of 450. This one was a bit of a show because BNGO was moving. It was very volatile today, and it was moving very quickly, and there were multiple halts. You can see there was a halt here, there was a halt here, another halt, and then we got another halt here, and it was a very interesting trade today. Again, I didn't trade it, but I did alert everybody in the community about this stock, and there were a few people that made a lot of money in our community. One of our traders, I think, made something about $4,500 on this trade today, and he wasn't even the top producer in our community. So there were a couple people doing very well on BNGO, and I was very happy to be a part of this, and I was very happy to see our community members hit this thing as hard as they did. And again, we were talking about this pre-market and really putting in the work with the research portion of this before the market actually opened. And I think that's where the strength of the trades actually really start. It's the combination of the news and the information that is pushing the stock, and then the price action portion of it and entering the stock is the last step. And you can see that we did very well on this. So the community did well on it, and that was fantastic. For myself, I didn't do much today. I was watching Bank of America. They beat on earnings, but didn't really do much out of the gate. They were actually quite sluggish. Wasn't terribly excited on Bank. I did watch CGC, did not take a position here. I was looking for a short, but it did not come. And I was watching the options market on CGC, and the volume and participation rates on the options side were pretty darn slow. Didn't see anything that really attracted me or my liking to get into CGC. Just a quick review of Roku yesterday. Called this one out to pre-market and then into the cash market, and this thing absolutely rallied. So Roku did very well yesterday. No news on it today that got me excited to trade it, so I left that alone. It was 100% based on news, and then a massive options position that was put on. And so we piled in, got long, did very well on Roku. Now, towards the close, I put another alert in chat, and I was telling everybody, guess what? There is a massive options position that is being put on in Netflix, NFLX. And if you haven't already heard on NFLX, pardon me, if you haven't already heard, Netflix reported very well. And this thing skyrocketed. You can see that pre-market, it's up considerably, or post-market rather, after the report. And Netflix at the close banged up all the way from about that 288 level to about the 319 level. Massive move. And again, alerted the community to the fact that Netflix was in play. And it was in play by the way of a lot of weekly contracts being posted on the call side. Asks were being hit in huge numbers. And so I had to tell everybody, check this out. Net result is Netflix reported well. Somebody knew something that we didn't know, but we did follow their lead by watching the options activity. And Netflix absolutely exploded. Very excited to see what happens here out of the gate tomorrow morning with Netflix. And that is what we did today. If you have any questions, I'm at info@jlewistrading.com. If you want to learn a little bit more about what we do, there is going to be a link in the description box below. Check that out. Check out some of the site pages and what we do and what we offer. And like I said, if you have any questions, info@jluistrading.com. Also, don't forget to sign up for our next big webinar coming up. It will be released, the time and date coming up shortly, so don't forget to sign up.